push towards the NASMARB playoffs intensifies with only 2 races left as we bring you MSBN's coverage of the Malbao 400. Ricochet, glad to have you here as this is going to get even more interesting. Just 2 races left in the regular season, and this is one of them as the spots for the playoffs are up for grabs, even more so as you look at the groups on your screen because the 2 drivers battling for the final spot fail to qualify for this race. Both Woodpecker and Spitzer unable to make the race, and that means that it's going to get even more interesting down there toward the cut line. And of course, you never know when a new winner could emerge that can shake up the playoffs. In fact, that happened last year. The final 2 races of the season, we had 2 brand new winners. Does that happen again here in Season 2? We're about to find out as the second to last race of the season gets underway with Group 1. It is on your screen right now. Steve, Oak, and Mozilla. Mozilla is the final driver to make it in, the number 18 seed for the second week in a row. Steve will not be knocked out this time by the 66 as the number 1 seed advances. Steve into the round of 12. And you know that's a big sigh of relief after becoming the first pole sitter in NASMARB history to fail to make it out of the group stage. Did that just a week ago. Will not have it happen here. And now the defending champion of this league, Oak, takes on Mozilla. It's not much of a battle. This time Mozilla cannot pull off an upset. Oak advances. And the 3rd place finisher from this race a year ago is out of the group stage. And not much of a competition there as the 66 got way loose. Probably attempting to make something happen that just wasn't there. And so Oak advances, as does the 32 of Steve. And now we move on to group number 2. Neptune, Piper, and Electro. And here comes Piper trying to make the pass. She does, and she'll finish it off to advance into the next round. As her impressive rookie season continues, as she advances through now, getting out of that first group stage, and now Neptune, who won at this racetrack earlier this season, takes on Electro, who won this exact race last season. Does Neptune have enough momentum to finish the race? They do, and Neptune advances into the round of 12. As Electro barely got into this race and then just didn't have it today. I don't know what was going on with that race car, but it just didn't seem to have any kind of speed behind it, and that showed once again. Just completely stalled there out of turn number 1. Not sure if there was a problem with the car or if it was just not a very fast race car this week that the OB Racing team brought forward for the 93. Either way, a disappointing run for a driver trying to make their way into the playoffs based on points. As we move forward to group number 3 with Jack Tato, Lemon Drizel, and Prime. This is a tough matchup for Prime against probably the 2 of the strongest drivers this season, and it's an easy victory for Jack Tato, as it looked like the 3 got involved there with the 17 and got stuck in between turns 1 and 2. Jack Tato moves on pretty easily there, as the first 3 seeds all advanced. Jack Tato was the 3 seed last week and was the highest seed to get out of the group stage. That's not going to happen this week, as all 3 of the top seeds are through. And now you'll see Lemon Drizel try to take on Prime. This seems like an overmatch, but you never know. Drizel gets out to the lead. Now Prime held with him there for about a turn and a half, but Drizel pulls away and advances into the next round. It looked like Prime went for a takeout move there. Couldn't get it done, and then had a little bit of a chance, but couldn't put any momentum forward with it. And that is Drizel into the round of 12 yet again, as we move to group number 4 with Murakami, Nugget, and Sal getting going. Murakami trying to build momentum, so is Nugget for that matter. Sal fighting for a playoff spot, and it is Murakami out to the lead. Here comes Sal trying to make a pass. Cannot make it happen as the 4 advances. can see there, Sal had something going, but just couldn't make any kind of move out at the end, and it's Murakami advancing now the 1 and the 99, the lowest and highest numbers in this sport, and Nugget gets out to a huge lead, big spin, and all the 99 has to do is finish the lap. They do. Nugget advances into the next round. And you can see there, Sal just tried to make something happen that wasn't there. Couldn't get it done. And it was a pretty easy victory for the 99 to advance into the next round. On to Group 5, Streamer, Bloodstorm, and Confetti. Confetti is the 14 seed here. Obviously not great, but important to keep in mind here. Confetti could make up some points here if they can advance, and look at the move they just made. Oh, wow. What a run by Confetti as they make it through to the next round. How about that? As Confetti went right around both of the drivers they needed to get past as they pull off the upset and advance to the next round as they'll try to make up a significant amount of points here. That's a great move. Some great camera angles as well as the 7 is able to make the pass. And now the 26 and 86 will go head-to-head. Streamer is going to get past here. Does Bloodstorm have it? Yes, they do. And neither OB racing car is going to get through the group stage, as the 93 and the 26 are both knocked out, and Streamer, despite being in pretty significantly a good spot here as far as the points go, continue to struggle, making it really past that round of 12 range. They have really struggled here late in the season, as Earl, Winks, and Quillo will face off. Winks coming off of a really good finish last week, a career best finish. Here is Earl, gonna milk it all the way to the end and just barely finish the lap. It's good enough to advance, though, as the other two drivers were unable to even enter turn number 2. So Earl with not the most impressive lap ever, but still able to get through there. And it will now be Winks and Quillo head-to-head for the final spot in the final 12. You can see there the 33 was just limping across, may have blown a tire or something. It was a really slow finish there and looked like it was a little wobbly toward the end. And now they go head-to-head, and it is Winks out in front, and look at Winks with the speed. An impressive lap, and the 13 advances. As Winks making that late season push. Really not very close in terms of the point standings. It's going to almost essentially guaranteed take a win, you would think. But it has certainly been an impressive last couple of weeks for Winks, as the 7 seed, the number 13 car, had been able to advance into the next round. And they ran the fastest lap overall there on that second heat, a 4:07. Piper ran the fastest time from heat number 1. That was a 4:52. Doesn't matter how fast or slow you run, though, as Earl will tell you that, as long as you make it through and survive and advance to the next round, which is exactly what just happened there from those 12 drivers. Now Steve and Nugget will go best out of 3. The number 1 seed, Steve, and a takeout move attempt by the 99. Now here comes Nugget, and look at the block made by the 32. Wow, Nugget had an insane amount of speed coming out of turn 1 after a full 360 spin, and Steve could do nothing but turn left into the wall and hope it was enough to stop the 99 from going right on by. And now Steve out in front, and Nugget spins, and Steve takes the 1-0 lead. This is a fascinating start to this matchup here. So Steve with a chance to sweep, but it has been nothing easy so far for the 32. Makes a pass in between turn 1 and 2. Nugget cannot find a lane, and Steve advances to the next round. Right there, kind of when they go under that bridge there, and it's a little hard to actually see what's happening, is exactly when that move was made. And there's a different camera angle. That's an impressive run by the 32. Went into turn 1, definitely second, and came into turn 2, definitely first. Wouldn't relinquish the lead. Gets through. Now Murakami and Oak go head-to-head. As these two drivers face off, Murakami in the 4 with an early lead. Oak bouncing off the walls, and Murakami keeps it pretty straight to take a 1-0 lead. Number 4 seed is the number 4 car, taking on the 9th seed Oak. And a 1-0 lead for Murakami. Now Oak tries to take the lead. Does, but Murakami hanging there, and pass made? No! A block at the last second by the 48. And Oak ties it up. What a move by the champion. Right here, Murakami's going to get by, and Oak says, I don't think so. Blocks the 4 and still crosses the finish line. That's an impressive run by the 48. And now they got to contend with the 4. Passes made, but look at Murakami passing back on the backstretch and getting the win. Advancing into the final 6 is the 4. Right there, the 48 had the pass, had completed it, but couldn't get the car straight again, and so Murakami passed right back. As they advance, now Neptune and Confetti. This is a tough matchup for Confetti, but a matchup they really need. Trying to gain as many points on that cut line as they can. This would be a great way to do it if they can upset Neptune, but Neptune is wanting none of that with an easy first heat win. Number 2 seed against the number 14. You're still going to pick up points if you're Confetti by getting into the final 12, but certainly would love to get a little more if possible. And now Confetti trying to make a pass here. Does get out in front. Does Neptune have anything? Bumping, passing, and advancing into the next round is the 11. Defending winner at this track and last week's winner. All rolled into one in the number 11 car. And into the next round goes Neptune. Now Piper and Bloodstorm face off. And this is best 2 out of 3. Piper's got the lead, and she's not going to relinquish it. That was an easy victory there to take the 1-0 advantage. Number 10 and number 12 facing off here. And Piper with the easy 1-0 lead here. Can she finish it off? Bloodstorm's got the lead this time. Piper trying to make a pass. They are all up against each other. Slamming the door is Bloodstorm, knocking out the 53 and sending us to a winner-take-all third heat. They were beating and banging right up against each other, and the 86 would not be denied. The refusal to be taken out there. And now they are again side by side. Bloodstorm takes the advantage and will cruise to victory. Pretty easy win there after turn 2 happened. Or really, actually after turn 1 there. They were side by side going into turn 1, but Bloodstorm gets the advantage and advances into the next round. Now the 12 and the 13. Jack Tato versus Winx. This is an interesting matchup. Jack Tato's been really good this season. Winx has been really good last week. We're trying to build momentum here, but it's Jack Tato who will be the only actually, there goes Winx. I was going to say they were the only car to finish, but Winx did get across the line there. Well after Jack Tato, though, and the 12 takes a 1-0 lead. So the number 3 and 7 seeds facing off. Winx trying to even this thing up, and here is another door slamming by the 13 this time. Very impressive again. Some of the moves we're seeing here. Late in the season, these drivers are learning some tricks and putting them on full display. And now it is a winner-take-all third heat between Jack Tato and Winx, and it's Jack Tato who's going to come out on top here and get into the next round. Not much you could do about it. As Jack Tato had the lane the entire way and really wasn't challenged that time. And now teammates Earl and Lemon Drizel. We're going to have one Red Pandas racing car in the final 6 because Piper was already knocked out. And only one of these cars can advance. Let's see who it is. Drizel gets into the back end of Earl. Now going backwards. Lemon's trying to make a pass. Cannot make it happen. And Earl takes the 1-0 lead. Yeah, big spin immediately from Lemon Drizel going backwards almost the entire lap. And we'll have to win the next 2 to get into the next round. Big advantage here, but here comes Earl right on the back bumper of Drizel. Following right in line, which means no pass can be made. And it's 1-1. Wow, that was almost in sync there from the 2 drivers. Running the exact same line. That means Earl has no chance to make a pass. Now Lemon Drizel trying to get to the inside of Earl. It's not going to happen. The 33 continues their surge as of late. They advance into the next round. Yeah, Lemon Drizel got to the bumper but couldn't do anything with it. And it allows Earl to get through. There are the final 6. The 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 seeds are all still alive. Piper actually ran the fastest lap of the entire round there, despite not advancing through. Steve ran the fastest lap of the second heat with a 4:07. Piper's was a 3:97. And now it's best 3 out of 5 between Steve and Bloodstorm for the first spot in the finals. From the inside line with the advantage. Here comes Bloodstorm making the pass. Makes it happen. And a 1-0 lead for the 86, the lowest seed remaining. How about that? Pretty impressive there from the 86. 1-0 for Bloodstorm. Look at the pass. And then Steve had nothing for him as Bloodstorm takes the 1-0 lead. Let's see what Bloodstorm can do here. Up again. And a flawless lap. It's 2-0 in favor of the 86. Yeah, Steve got sideways there in the middle of turn 1. Cost any real opportunity there for the 32 to get an advantage. And then it was all about trying to make a pass. That wasn't going to happen. Bloodstorm with a chance to sweep the first final 6 matchup, but Steve doesn't want that to happen. Bloodstorm is coming, but not enough. Steve able to stave off elimination for at least one more round. It's 2-1. And now Bloodstorm, all they got to do is finish the lap, and they will in front of the backwards running Steve. Bloodstorm is into the final as a 12 seed. Pretty impressive from the Misfortune Racing driver, who has been pretty consistent this year. Nothing flashy, but pretty consistent. Now 2 of the hottest drivers in the sport right now. They're the last 2 winners. Last week it was Neptune. The week before it was Earl. Only one of them can advance to the finals here. And Earl trying to pick up momentum, gets around the turn, and Earl will steal away a 1-0 lead. Oh man, that is heartbreaking for Neptune. He got stuck in between turns 1 and 2, and then it looked like Earl wasn't going to be able to get out of the turn either, but at the last moment, the 33 picks up just enough momentum, keeps it moving forward, and takes the 1-0 lead. Now Neptune and Earl will swap sides. And Earl takes an early lead out of turn 1 into turn 2. Back it up against the bumper is the 11, but no pass attempt. And Earl takes a 2-0 lead. So each of these first 2 matchups here in the final 6 have had a 2-0 lead. You saw Steve able to stop elimination once? Can Neptune do it? The answer is yes, as Earl can't finish the lap, and it's 2-1. See what happens here to Earl. Just got loose out of turn 1 and couldn't do anything at all. Unable to even get to turn 2, let alone finish it and the lap. And it's 2-1 now. Now Earl trying to finish it off, and that will do it. The 33 is back into the final, and it will not be back-to-back victories for Neptune, who fails to win here at Spiral Speedway after winning the opening race of the season at this track. Earl trying to win for the second time in 3 weeks. And now the final spot in the finals belongs to either Jack Tato or Murakami. And we're about to find out which one it is. Jack Tato has been dominant at times as both cars go flying, and Murakami going backwards throughout almost the entirety of the course to take a 1-0 lead. How fast does Murakami get backwards into turn 1? The 4 was going backwards and kept it going the entire time. Up 1-0. Now they'll face off again. Do we get another 2-0 lead? The answer is going to be yes, I think. That was close, but Murakami pulls it out at the end. We'll have to have a look at the replay and see just how close it was. Jack Tato got really close, but could not complete the pass in time. As you slow it down, yep, you can see clearly the 4 is ahead. But that was pretty tight. Jack Tato tried to make it happen to even it up at 1. Now they've got to win to stay alive. Murakami right on the back bumper. Oh, wow, hard into the wall goes to 12. But Murakami had spun before that. And so the 12 does stay alive, and Jack Tato makes it 2-1. If Jack Tato can even it up, and it looks like they will be able to unless Murakami has something at the end. They don't, and it's 2-2. And now a decisive 5th matchup coming up. Between the 3 and 4 seeds, Murakami at a 2-0 lead. They will survive the attempt from the 12 of Jack Tato, and Murakami is into the final. Murakami finished 2nd in this race last season, and they are in the finals again, trying to do one better and lock themselves into the playoff for good. First, the 4th place consolation matchup, which happens to be the 1, 2, and 3 seeds, including Steve, who is the pole sitter and also ran the fastest lap of Heat 3. Bloodstorm ran the 2 fastest laps overall in that round. Let's see who takes 4th. It is Jack Tato out to the lead. Here's Steve, and then Neptune. They all are going to finish the lap. All pretty good laps there, but it's Jack Tato, Steve, then Neptune to take 4th, 5th, and 6th. And now the final of the Malbao 400. 2 Misfortune Racing drivers. The 4 of Murakami, the 86 of Bloodstorm. They are joined by the winner from 2 weeks ago from Red Pandas Racing. It's Earl. First to 4. Gets the win. Gets to take home the trophy and locked into the playoffs. It's Murakami taking the 1-0 lead. Earl finishing 2nd there. Of course, if Earl wins, they're already in the playoffs via their win from a couple of weeks ago. So they're just trying to become yet another driver to win multiple races in their career. Trying to be the 3rd different driver to win 3 races this season. Look at the moves being made. Oh, the block put on by Earl. Oh, wow, what a move by the 33. First of all, to make the pass in traffic in the middle lane. And then right here, the 4 is going to make the pass, and Murakami has the door shut on him by the 33 of Earl. That was a masterclass from Earl. And now it's Bloodstorm who's going to even us up at 1 apiece. It's 1-1-1. And already a very exciting start to this final. And Murakami wasn't able to finish the lap there. Now let's see who gets the 2-1-1 advantage. Murakami out to the early lead. Murakami's still in the lead. Does Earl have anything for him? Bumps the back bumper, but cannot make a pass. And it's Murakami taking the 2-1-1 lead. So Murakami, then Earl, then Bloodstorm, then back to Murakami. That's the way the first 4 heats have gone. And Earl had a chance to make the pass, but instead went right into the back end of the 4-car. Costing him an opportunity there. And certainly disappointing, for Earl had a chance to steal one away. Now it's Bloodstorm out in front. Earl trying to maybe make a pass here. Doesn't have anything for the 86. It's 2-2-1. The Misfortune Racing drivers tied up at 2 apiece. Can Earl even it up at 2 each? It is Murakami out in front. Earl trying to make the pass. They will make the pass. Block is put on, and we're tied at 2 each. And this final continues to impress. Nobody has taken back-to-back heats here. It's gone 1-0-0, 1-1-0, 1-1-1, then 2-1-1, 2-2-1, and 2-2-2. And now one driver is going to become 1 heat away from victory. Who will it be? Bloodstorm out in front. Here comes Earl trying to put something on it. Not going to happen. Bloodstorm is 1 win away. And Murakami unable to finish that lap. And now the 86 is 1 heat win away from taking the crown here in the Malbao 400. Locking their way into the playoffs. Let's see if they can do it. Or will Earl or Murakami stop that from happening? It's Murakami out to the lead. Earl right behind. Bloodstorm's nowhere near. It's Murakami. That makes it 3-3-2. As Bloodstorm ended up with the tires off the track there at the exit of turn 1. And now Murakami is 1 win away. Earl trying to send us to a 10th heat for NASMARB overtime. Can they do it from the middle lane? Here we go. It looks like Bloodstorm is out to the lead here, and the other 2 cars are going to sabotage each other. Bloodstorm comes across the line. They're the winner. And Bloodstorm takes the Malbao 400 4-3-2 in a fascinating finale. That was exciting and heart-pounding. And the 86 is locked into the NASMARB playoffs. There are the final points. Murakami gains a bunch. And notice there, Confetti picks up 10 points on both Spitzer and Woodpecker. If he did that again, they'd pass both of them. So Confetti with a 12th place finish, that's a pretty big day for them. As you see the official results from today's race, the Malbao 400, and we're about to show the official playoff standings on the screen in just a moment. As you see some shakers and movers, and here's what it looks like right now. Lemon Drizel is the points leader, and he's pretty far ahead. Probably going to be almost certainly going to be the regular season champion. You can also lock in the first 8 drivers here. That is Lemon Drizel, Earl, Piper, Bloodstorm, Steve, Neptune, Oak, and Jack Tato are all in the playoffs here by points and wins, a combination of both for some. Streamer is the first driver that is not in the playoffs officially. They are still 37 points above the cut line. Then you've got Quillo, who is 27 points up. Murakami with a 2nd place finish. They have leapfrogged everybody and they're in the playoffs now, 15 points ahead. It's a 10-point advantage for Electro, who is now dropped from 11th to 12th. They are the cutoff line, 10 points up on Woodpecker. They are 11 points up on Spitzer, 14 on Winks. Confetti, despite gaining on the two drivers that didn't make the race, didn't actually pick up any points to the cut line. They're still 16 back. Nugget is 23 back. Sal is 27 points behind. And Mozilla and Prime are both mathematically eliminated by points for the playoffs, so they are both in absolute must-win situations heading into race number 8 if they want to qualify for the playoffs. This is one more race to go. Take a screenshot of that. That's what it's going to look like as we head into the final week of the regular season of NASMARB Season 2. Playoffs are on the line next week. We hope that you join us. But until then, I'm Ricochet, and you've been watching a presentation of MSPN.